Let's talk about hashtags. If there's one video you watch in this series, this is probably the most important one in terms of something you really should be doing as a marketer on Twitter. Now, hashtags, we just talked about trends. Trends and hashtags are very similar. Hashtags, you can just see, have a hashtag in them, and they're more commonly used within tweets. So let me draw your attention to something right now, as a matter of fact. Look over here in our tweet timeline here. You can see people are using hashtags all the time. This person tweeted out an interesting fact about Amelia Earhart, hashtag Earhart. This person tweeted out something about an allegiant added to a certain fleet, hashtag aviation. So let's see what happens when we click on that hashtag. Hello. So you can see everybody who's ever tweeted a hashtag about aviation shows up here. What am I saying here? I'm saying that hashtag, what it does is it brings people into one idea or one conversation. Because Twitter's so scattered and people are all over the place, it's like, oh, how can we have a conversation about a topic? That's what hashtags do. They allow you to have a conversation about a topic with tweeters from all over the world. So you can see people from all over are using hashtag aviation to talk either to each other or just they're trying to say, hey, I'm talking about this specific topic so people like us can go and find it. So let's go back to home. So how do we use a hashtag? So for example, for Snap Pilot might say, excited to take a couple on their first flying lesson. So hashtag aviation, maybe hashtag learning, hashtag flying. So we're thinking of hashtags of what other people might be talking about or topics and conversations that may already be happening and ones that we're going to use frequently. So obviously we're going to be talking about aviation, learning, and flying all the time. So we're going to tweet that out. Tweet was posted. So that should show up in our timeline here in a second. We'll reload. Here we are. So you can see aviation. We'll click on that. So now we're going to be part, it takes a second to show up, but we will be part of this conversation happening. So anytime somebody clicks on aviation today, they'll see our tweet. And the same will go for learning. Now let's see how many, see, a lot of people are talking about learning. Now it's going to be a different set of people. This is probably going to be more in the education, technology, teaching, that category. So hashtags are something to play with, but you can see they're very important. They're great in getting people to see your tweets from a wide array of backgrounds and locations, and you can get creative. Now there's sites all over the internet about trending and what hashtags are being used. So you can go and see what the most popular hashtags are. So I would take those into consideration, but maybe even take some time on a document or an Excel sheet, write down all the keywords that have to do with your small business. Those can be hashtags. You can start them yourself. Let me take a slight side pro tip here. So you can do two things. If you want to join a big conversation, aviation hashtag is the way to go because you're really getting in with a big group. Now let's say you want to start your own hashtag. So maybe Snap Pilot Teaches could be a hashtag. And so why we would use that is we'd put that up, and then when somebody clicked on that, they can see all the times that we've tweeted about teaching, all the times that Snap Pilot has talked about teaching. So it's a good way to show all your tweets on one specific topic so people can follow the conversation. It's just a way it can be really tough with 140 characters to tell your business's story. So hashtags really allow you to expound on your topic and your ideas and let people follow your conversation and story, which is so key. So that's hashtags.